Hey guys, it's me. This is probably gonna be a little bit awkward because I don't really know what I'm doing, but I thought maybe I could I wouldn't really call it a tutorial because I'm not really going to tell you what to do because, I mean, half the time I don't even know what I'm doing, but I guess I could call it like a demonstration of everything that I kind of go through on a daily basis. So, yeah, I guess here we go. Okay, so generally, and by generally I mean every single day, I start with the Nivea for Men Post After Shave Balm. I use that as a primer. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe Kathleen Light was the one that kind of talked about it initially. And it's cheap, and it seems to work. So I usually just kind of obviously smear that all over my face. I think I got too much. Got a little excited. But I think because I use this is the reason why I have to like set my my foundation with powder every day, because it kind of makes my skin kind of tacky. Because I see like a lot of YouTube people, they don't really do that, and I think that's probably why. I should probably use a different primer at some point in time, but for now I really like that. So then after that dries, which it seems to be pretty well there, I go in with my foundation. I recently got this one. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I had it in like a darker color, but they recently came out with like a bunch of new shades that are lighter than the lightest color that they used to have, because it used to be quite yellow orange toned, and I would always have to kind of mix my LA Girl white foundation in with it to lighten it up to where it at least sort of matched. Probably didn't match completely because, well, probably didn't. So this looks kind of silly, but that's okay, because it's not gonna look like this for forever. So what I typically use, I have a beauty blender, but it's kind of dirty, so I didn't really want to show that. But I use the Real Techniques blending sponge. I can't really remember what the actual technical term is. And before I use it, I always get it wet and literally soak it with water. And then I squeeze all of that out. I think there's a hair on my face. I squeeze all of that out, and then I put it in a paper towel, and then further squeeze it to where basically all of the dampness is gone, but it's still all of the excess water is gone. And this is, I think, supposed to give you a more natural looking foundation, and it keeps the sponge from soaking up your foundation because it has the water in there, I guess. So I dab that all over. This is probably going to take forever. Just because, well, it is. I keep getting little bitty hairs. There we go. Okay, so I have a few blemishes, like, on my chin. So I'm going to try to cover those up with some concealer right quick. Because not cute. And like I said, this is not me telling you, like, how to do your makeup in general. This is just kind of me showing you what I do. So you can take from that what you want. You can decide that I don't really have a clue what I'm doing, or maybe you'll be like, oh, I never thought of that. But either way, I guess I'm showing you. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with some concealer under my eyes. I typically, like most of the time when I don't have like anything super exciting going on or whatever, because sometimes when I take longer with my makeup application, I use like a higher end one, but it's expensive, so I don't use it all the time. So what I normally use is this Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm sure you all have seen like on the internet to like kind of go and like in like a more of a triangular thing instead of like the half moon under your eyes deal, which I never used to do anyway, but it was like I went from not really knowing anything at all to sorta kinda knowing stuff because YouTube. So before I started doing this, I didn't really use concealer like at all. So what I'm doing now is I'm blending that in with the other side of this Real Technique sponge. And I don't know like if it's my primer or what, but like my eyelids or under my eyes like super crease really fast. Like no matter what I use. I have like the Tarte Shape Tape that I use, and like lots of people talk about how it doesn't crease or whatever. Yeah, everything always creases on me. So underneath my eye, I'm setting that concealer, and I'm using well, I have the lid off, but it's the Laura Mercier Setting Powder, the translucent one. I just recently got that as well. And it is also expensive, so I typically just use it under my eyes, and then here in a second I'll use my Coty powder to set the remainder of my face, because I think this Laura Mercier stuff was like, I don't know, like 30 some odd dollars, and the Coty, which I like basically just as well, I think it's like $6. So this goes on the eyes because they're smaller than my entire face, obviously. And the sponges I'm using now are, I believe, from Eco Tools, but they're kind of nice because they have like the flat edge, so it kind of gets under your eye a whole lot easier. And then there's this big one here that I'm going to use to set my entire face. And these are also damp. Like all of my sponges are basically always damp. And I'm sorry if I keep like saying the same things over and over and over again, like basically, and you know, silly stuff like that, because I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here talking to myself. So, there's that. Okay, so now I'm going to brush off all this stuff. Okay, so next I usually go in with like bronzer and contour and all that junk. So I recently, again, one of those other words I'm probably going to be saying a whole bunch of, I got the Tarteist Pro palette from Ulta because they have it on sale. I think it's like literally like half off. I'm not sure. It was $27, but I don't actually know how much it generally runs. So, that's my dog. She's having a fit. Okay, so I'm going to go in with like the contour shade here. I'm not going to do anything too awful crazy. Davina, hush. Usually when I say hush, she gets even louder, so there's that. And I usually kind of take this up along my hairline and on the sides of my face because I have obviously a wider face. So I try to, I don't know, make it look like I don't. The right side of my face always turns out better because I'm like right-handed. So I kind of, if you ever want to like look at me in person, kind of look at the right side and be like, oh girl, that's okay. Because then when you see the left, it's like, that's alright. It's like my hand doesn't work as efficiently at the blending. Okay, so now I'm going to put on actual bronzer. With the brush I cannot find. I have like a fave brush, and I probably shouldn't be moving the camera. Fave brush that's missing. Like, found it. Found it. We're good. Okay. This is like literally, I don't even know how many years I've had this, but this is from EcoTools, and I got it like a long time ago. So, when it comes to like my bronzing and highlighting, I mix a lot of junk together. Like, I layer it. I don't even know if it makes it look any different, but I always do. So, and this fell on the floor a couple days ago, and it like broke the little clasp. So I kind of put this on like where I would put my blush, or where, and then I kind of bring it up into the sides of my face again. And like I said, I'm probably going to mix a whole bunch of things. Because now, oh, by the way, this is Makeup Revolution Vivid Bronzer in Golden Days. I really, really like this one because it's not like super duper harsh. It kind of just glows. And then I have this one that I like to use, and it's obviously really old. But I can't, they like don't sell the NYC at Walmart anymore. And every time I like try to get stuff off the internet, it's like really hard to find it. Which is kind of depressing because there's like a few other things, like Kathleen Lights always talks about like their, I don't know, translucent setting powder or something. I think it's called Smooth Skin or something of that sort. But I can never find it. Like when I get on there, it like talks about, like it sends me to like other weird websites, like I don't know, pharmacy something. And then I have to order it off there, and then it's like, you can get it at Walmart, but you can't. And then, I don't know, it's like, what's that term? Like, oh, it's like they're giving me the runaround, which I don't appreciate. So my absolute favorite highlighter is this one here. It's Essence Pure Nude. It's at Ulta for like $5, and I love it. I use it like literally almost every single day. Like sometimes I put other things on top of it, but it's always there. It's always in the mix. So I usually put on like my bronzer and junk, and then I put on my highlighter, and then I put on more bronzer to kind of, I don't know, mix it all together. Instead of having like a line of bronze, and then, I think you get what I'm saying. Maybe. I don't know. So I'm going to put on a little bit of blush. I'm going to use this Becca Blushed with Light palette. And I'm going to use this like kind of, I don't know, light pink shade that kind of matches my shirt, actually. So why not use it? Let me find a brush because I only have a lot of them. I can never, ever, ever find what I'm looking for when I'm looking for it. Why? Because that would be too easy. And I'm literally just kind of putting that on top of all the other stuff. Okay, so what was I going to, oh, I'm going to kind of put this under like that contour area here to, I don't know, make it sharper or something. And I've kind of started like doing the whole contouring on the jawline thing. I never knew if that was appropriate for me because like I obviously have a double chin, and I didn't want it to like be like, oh, look, she's trying to make it look like she doesn't have a double chin. But it's there. We see it. But I don't know. So I'm doing that. Oh, it looks kind of crazy. Okay. Okay, so now I guess we will move on to the eyebrows. And I usually get like a little bit of foundation in my eyebrows, so I have to like go through and spoolie them to make sure there ain't a bunch of junk in there. Because I've made that mistake before, and then like they turn like white or gray or something. It's not cute. Okay, so what I'm going to be using on my brows is this BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Ultimate Brow Palette. Has like a bunch of different shades in it. If I can find my brow brush. I only have like 15, but let's not be able to find any of them. I'm gonna look in here. So I feel like whatever I was feeling is wrong because it's not in there. This is what's gonna take the most time, is trying to find stuff. Are you it? Nope, you're not it. I found one. Okay. And half the time my brows turn out okay, and half the time they don't. Probably doing them wrong. I don't know. I need somebody to kind of, like, I don't know, fill in my brows for me. So I can kind of go off of that, maybe. This is stressful because I've already messed up. But I always start out with, like, the tail end or whatever. And kind of just give it more of a shape. And my brows literally do not look the same ever. I remember like back when I first started kind of paying attention to makeup, I was so proud of my eyebrows, and I would get like tons of compliments on them. They were bad. I mean, like, not cute at all. I like look back at pictures and I'm like, that's not really a good look. They were really, I don't know, like, not necessarily flat, but kinda flat. Like, they were thick here, and then they got, I don't know, like, skinny or something. It's kind of hard to explain, but I, like, legit got compliments on them all the time. So, basically, the conclusion of that is people be crazy. Because they weren't cute. But, like, that's kind of when, like, brows started becoming a thing. And I was obviously still learning what was happening. So maybe people were just kind of, I don't know. They didn't know what they were talking about. And I don't know how to edit this. So there's gonna be like a bunch of pointless stuff on here. Like, I don't think Kathleen Lights ever shows her putting, or her doing her brows. Unless it's like a video about her doing her brows. By the way, if you have never watched Kathleen Lights, she's legit my favorite YouTuber. She's so adorable. Which, I mean, she's actually like a little bit older than I am. But she's adorable. I could watch her all the time. But I think my eyebrows are like in that weird like limbo area between being too thick and then not being thick enough. Because they're too thick to do that like cool ombre looking, like lighter up here, get darker, or at least I think they are. Like I said, I wish somebody would like come in and do my eyebrows how they think that they would look good, and then I could kind of go off of that. Now they don't match. This one's thicker, but that's okay. I don't really care a whole lot. Okay, now typically when I'm like going to work, I don't actually wear any eyeshadow because a lot of times I just put on my glasses. So I do like mascara, but I'll kind of go in a little bit and sort of like show you, like, I don't know, an eyeshadow look that I've been doing a lot of recently. Okay, so what I'm going to be using, it's really super dirty, but it's the Lorac, I think it's the, okay, it's the Lorac Unzipped palette. I thought it was the gold one, but I guess it's not. I can't remember. I couldn't remember. But, okay, so on my lid, I'm going to go in with this light shade here called Uncovered. And I'm literally just like putting that all over the lid. And usually I do everything a whole lot faster than I'm doing today. Because I don't have 30 minutes in the morning to get ready for work because I don't like getting out of bed. So it's usually like 15 minutes or so. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this kind of brown, I don't know, this brown shade here called Unconditional. And I'm going to put that into my crease. Okay, now I'm going to put that undercover shade back over the lid just because I kind of brought that other one down maybe a little bit too much. Yeah, this probably isn't even going to go anywhere because it's forever long already. And I don't even know. Okay, now I'm just adding like a darker shade to the outside corner there. Most of the time, like if I'm going like actually out somewhere like in the public, I'll put like an eyeshadow primer on there because my eyelids do get oily and creasy and all that junk. But sometimes I don't. And today I guess I didn't. Okay, so now to kind of blend those a little bit together better, I'm gonna take a clean blending brush, if I have one. I do. And just kind of go over the top. That's not too bad. And then sometimes I go kind of underneath the eye to make it look and underneath my eye, I'm just using that transition shade that I used in the crease. Okay, so that's where we're at on that. I guess to kind of round it out, I will do the liquid eyeliner. What I generally use is just like the e.l.f. $2 stuff. I really like it. It gets the job done. It takes a lot of practice though. And these will probably not turn out very good just because I'm recording myself. So let's see. It's actually kind of hard to see. Okay, so usually I start out with like the bottom part of the wing and just kind of take it up towards, yeah, I told you, it's not gonna be very cute. But take it up towards my eyebrow. That's super thick. I think a lot of the YouTubers I watch don't actually record themselves doing this either. It's kind of meticulous work. I think that's... And it's like so... easy to mess up. I mean, that's like what is the scariest part about this whole thing. It's like, I just spent so much time on like my whole face, and then we're down to one of the very last steps, and then I'm going to completely butcher everything. Yeah, that's not super good, but it's okay. It'll be alright. And this one always turns out differently, because I think my eye on this side is like a little bit more hooded or something. Like my crease comes down further. So it never... I smeared it. I guess that isn't too bad. So now I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to take like a little bit of my highlighter and put it on top of my lip here. I have like a spot. Oh well. Probably gonna put a little bit more highlighter on because I like highlighter. Okay, and now I'm gonna try to pick a lipstick, but I don't really know what I want to wear because my shirt's kind of like I don't know, a nude pink or something. I guess I could match that. Maybe. I think this one has like a little bit of I don't know. We're gonna put it on. This is Alyssa by ColourPop because I basically just wear ColourPop. Also, fun fact, Alyssa by ColourPop, that lipstick there, was made by Kathleen Lights, the one that I was talking about earlier, my fave YouTuber. She did like collaboration. She has actually several different things, but ColourPop is like legit my fave. But I haven't really tried a whole lot of different ones. Like I haven't ever tried like the Anastasia Beverly Hills or the Jeffree Star. But I don't know if I don't know about that Jeffree Star. I see stuff on, you know, the internet about him, and I don't know. I've never really watched him, so I don't really have much of an opinion on anything. I've seen some of it, like his highlighters and stuff, and they look really pretty. But I don't know. I've just read things, I think. So I'm not sure if I really like his personality or whatever. I don't typically wear shirts that are like this color. So, I don't know. I don't know what lip color I should have worn. I don't know if this is... because this is kind of... like, it has a peach color in it. You can't really... I don't think I like it, but I don't know what to put on. And I usually always layer up my mascara too. That one was a Maybelline one. That's not it. The Mega Plush. I usually put that one on first. And then this is from Jordana. It's the Best Lash Extreme. I get it at Walgreens. Nobody's gonna watch all this. This was really long. It was supposed to be like, you know, short and sweet, and this is what I do when I go to work, but then I was like, I don't know, let's do more things. And then I did. And here we are at like 45 minutes. So it probably won't even upload to anything because it's forever long and I don't know how to edit. So this was probably just completely pointless. But we've reached the end and this is what I look like. So yeah, the lighting isn't very good, but you can sort of see my highlight there. So yeah, okay, I guess that's it. So bye!